You are always ready.
Oh, I don't know about that. I discombobulated this morning. I was going to say, I don't think he's going to stand up, but anyway. The star. Okay. Today marks, of course, the beginning of the most exciting and wonderful time of the year. Today we begin the countdown to the day when we celebrate the birth of Jesus. I always look forward to this time of year, all the beautiful music, the lights, the decorations, and just the Christmas season. One decoration that we see quite often during the holiday season are stars. Okay. The reason we see stars so often during this season is because the star was so very important to that very first Christmas. I'm sure that everyone knows the story of the wise men. You know about how the wise men, sometimes called magi, saw a star in the sky and followed that star to find Jesus. The magi were people that studied stars and planets and how they looked at night. They looked for signs that might predict the coming of a great leader. I wonder why the Magi chose that particular star to follow that night. Did they just say to themselves, hey, that's a really bright star. Why don't we follow it and see where it leads us? I don't think so. I think God's prophets had written about that star hundreds of years before. The Bible tells us they had. They had told when and where it would appear and that it would announce the birth of the Messiah. I think that perhaps the wise men had heard about these prophecies, so when they saw that star, they knew where the star would lead them. If the Christmas story ended with the star leading the wise men to Jesus, it wouldn't bring much happiness to all of us today, would it? Well, it doesn't end there, thank goodness. In fact, it has not ended at all. The Bible tells us that just as surely as Jesus came to be born in a manger, he is going to come again. The next time Jesus comes, he's going to take us to heaven to live with him. Now that sure is a message of hope, which is the candle that we lit today. This is what the season is really all about. Just as the wise men were watching and waiting for that star that would lead them to Jesus, you and I are watching and waiting for his return. Can we bow our heads and close our hands for a short prayer? Dear Jesus, during this season when we look back and remember your birth, we are also watching and waiting for your return. And all the children said, Amen. Now, we'd like